Good morning, Katie. Thank you very much for joining me today. I'm Tracey from Interiors Monthly. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi Tracey, lovely to meet you. My name's Katie, and I am an independent agent in the UK furniture trade. I also have a manufacturing business in the UK that manufactures furniture and upholstery. And through these projects, we have a number of different projects we're working on, and work that's happening that's very exciting at the moment.
Right, okay, so it sounds like you've got quite a varied role. What does a typical work week look like for you?
Yeah, at the moment it's very busy. So everything that we're working on is quite new to the UK. It's not very exciting, but very new to the UK. So we're very much in build mode with everything. But the work that we're doing is, as I say, really interesting, and I'm having many calls, many meetings with regards to projects that are coming up, launches that are happening. But we are a small team, so it's a very varied role. When it's a small team, obviously you're getting involved in lots of different aspects, which is exactly what I'm doing at the moment, from planning shows to taking orders, to submitting orders, to interviews, to press and the marketing side of things. It's a very, very varied role, which is yeah, fun.
So I'm quite interested. How did you get into the furniture industry in the first place?
Yeah, I was it was a long, long, long time ago. And I was a youngster enjoying traveling the world. And between one of the travels, I came back and started working in furniture retail, actually. I have done a degree in textiles for furniture, so there was the basis of that. But I joined a local family retailer and worked my way up in there, really, to different roles, did buying roles, managing roles, and from there just decided that I wanted to expand my expertise and grow a little bit, and started working on the road for a different brand, at the time a brand of dining furniture, and did a national job for them. They were a Polish company, but I did a national job for them, and yeah, I think one thing leads to another, and we developed into different brands and looking after different brands, and then most recently I've just spent 13 years with a very, very big upholstery brand, a worldwide upholstery brand. So I've had quite a varied, yeah, set of positions through my time in the industry. And then most excitingly is the new roles that we've started at the moment, which are very much, as I say, new brands, but in that building stage of some really exciting prospects for the UK furniture market.
So it's quite a jump then to start your own business. When did you decide to take the plunge and actually work for yourself?
Yeah, it was at the end of 2002, was it? Yeah, a couple of years now I've been at it. Just trying to get yeah, see where I want to go really with the next stage. Obviously, being employed for quite a long time is one thing, and then moving into being self-employed and actually owning a business is quite different. And then owning two businesses is even more challenging. But I'm absolutely loving my time. I'm thoroughly enjoying all of the challenges that it brings up, let alone the fact that I am able now to introduce some brands to the UK that are really, really exciting, and that I think will be the future of furniture retailing in the UK. So, yeah, it's all good fun.
Fantastic. So tell me a little bit about one of the projects that you're working on right now.
Yes, so we have a wonderful platform that we're working on, a tech side of things, which is a little bit different from the furniture product that we're most used to. But we have a platform, a visualization platform called the Home Decorator Hub. And it is a room configurating platform which allows the retailer or an interior designer to plan out a consumer's home by plotting out their room to scale with the correct flooring, the correct wall coverings, everything down to drapery, lighting. The retailer can plan everything in that to make the screen look exactly as per the customer's home. And then what that allows then is to plot any items that the consumer might be considering buying in. So they can put a branded item like a sofa from one brand into the platform in their actual room with occasional furniture or cabinet furniture from another brand, and they can really see what those brands would look like together and what their purchases that they're considering would look like together. And what this means is that it closes the imagination gap, and it stops them worrying about what might look right with something else, or whether something will fit and how it will fit, and will what they have at home already work with the products they're considering purchasing. So it closes that imagination gap for them, and then in turn, obviously, it's a super tool for the retailer to use to then be able to help the consumer to make a purchase.
So who would use this? I presume it's furniture manufacturers. Would there be anybody else that this would be useful for?
Yeah, so the super thing about this project is that it's all encompassing. It encompasses many different trades, and the things that can come out of it, the positives that come out of it are huge, really. We can use product-wise, we are onboarding products onto it. We can use furniture manufacturers, we can use lighting manufacturers, we can put wall coverings, we can put flooring, we can put the drapery and the fabric side of things onto there. So it can really be an interior one-stop shop for planning things out, which is obviously ideal for the retailer because they can plan all of their brands out in the consumer's home together. But also it can be very good for interior designers that are maybe considering doing plans for residential projects. It can help retailers with planning in store, how the product looks in store, so you can plan out the space that the retailer is thinking of giving to a brand, and you can plan out all of the models in there. So there's actually a huge advantage for many different trades and users really with the platform, which is why it's just so exciting.
Yeah, and I'm just wondering if an interior designer or a retailer came along and they use different suppliers, is it possible that you can onboard those particular products, those particular suppliers onto the platform?
Yeah, so at the moment we're working on onboarding. Obviously, there's two sides to the onboarding evolution, really, in that the retailers will start to use it as a platform, and they will start pilots with it. Also, interior designers in the same way. So they'll use them in store or in their offices. And then with regard to onboarding the manufacturers, we can add whoever needs to be on there for those retailers or designers to use. So what happens mostly is that the retailer will come on and ask for a pilot, and then they might mention to us which brands if they're not already on, because we do have at the moment about 60 brands already onboarded from the furniture trade, and many more being worked on. So if the brand that the retailer is not wanting to use is not on there, or is wanting to use, sorry, and is not on there, then we can approach that brand and ask for the assets that we need. And then we can get that up and running for the retailer with everybody that they want on there to be able to use it to its best abilities in store. Yeah.
I can see that as being a huge advantage for the brand as well, because if somebody comes along and says, I want this particular sofa range added or this particular wall covering range, obviously then that becomes applicable for other users on the platform as well.
Yeah, as I say, it's just so, it's too much really that it's capable of doing to be able to talk about it in a quick few minutes. But yes, we can do everything. And the great thing about the brand onboarding is that it's very easy to do. So we only need 3D assets from the brand of which many brands will actually have already available. And we need those 3D assets, and the minute we have those, we can onboard the product and we can get up and running for the retailer. So it can be done in no time. If the brand doesn't have 3D assets available, we can also create these for the brand, and we can do it at a very reasonable cost. We're currently costing up a lot of quotes for people to come on board, obviously, and the prices that we're doing, because it's on such a large scale, it's really reasonable prices. And then obviously once we've got everybody on board and the retailer or the designer is using the program, we can then change it. So if the retailer doesn't want to use some brands or can't use some brands, then we can change the process that they can't access those. But also for the brands, what it does is it opens up the sphere of retailers that it might want to deal with. So for a young brand, for example, a young manufacturing brand, if it's approaching retailers and designers in the UK, or it doesn't have a sales team ready, just adding these assets onto our configurator will open that the knowledge and get the brand message out to so many more people that are then using the configurator, that it's actually an amazing sales tool as well. So for people like myself that maybe own their own agency, or that work with different manufacturers, getting those brands on board, this is a great sales tool without even having to pay for a sales team or further staff to help with the building the brand.
Yeah, I can see that, because I mean, like you say, it bridges that imagination gap, and for somebody to actually see what something's going to look like in their actual space is going to make a huge difference. Do you have, I mean, in terms of sales, how much do you think this could boost sales? Do you have any clients that have seen significant success of it so far?
Yeah, so the platform is quite new to the UK. We've got a recent launch this year where we're really pushing it hard, and it is going to become the biggest, platform of its kind in the furniture trade in the UK. But we have at the same time been selling the product in and using the product in Europe for quite a long time now. The Netherlands, Belgium, France, Germany, they're doing a lot of business with it at the moment. We have some great retailers set up. We have some fabulous work going on. And obviously with that, we have the data of how it's using. So we have the data of how it's been working for them. And we have proven records that average transaction value is heightened greatly, but also conversion rates go up to 70 to 80% when being used with a client. So the great thing is it does produce sales for the manufacturers and for the retailer. And also at the same time, the customer experience and the customer navigation and journey is obviously great, and because of the route that you're taking and the more personal approach that you can then use to planning out the consumer's home and the products within it.
Yeah, I can see that. So the conversion rate is going to be higher. Obviously, like you say, you've then got customer loyalty, haven't you, because of that personalised service. So, huge benefits for interior designers and retailers. If somebody wants to find out more about this, whether they are a manufacturer and they want their products to be listed, or whether they are an interior designer or retailer, how would they find out more about this?
Yeah, so we have a lot of marketing documents that we can send out to give you some more information to look through. The best thing to do is to get in touch with Bluebird agents, and we can go through everything there. We often sit on discovery calls, because it's nice to see the company that's behind it, and the family business in the Netherlands that's behind it is a super one with some lovely people working with us. So they like to sit on calls and to tell you about the more technical side of things, and we can do that happily and easily and go through anything that anybody wants to know, and then we can quote up for things. things. We can quote up for the 3D assets that a brand might need. And then with regards to the retailers, obviously I'm on the ground in the UK. I know a number of the retailers already over here that are fantastic, that are doing great things. And I'm out and about and can come and see and talk through and show the platform, actually show the program and how it can be used. And the great thing about the platform is that it's very, very easy to use. So having worked in retail before, I know that if you have a complicated platform, then the sales staff won't want to use it because it detracts from the time spent with the consumer. Whereas this is the very opposite. Within minutes and seconds, I can plan out a consumer's home, and it really pulls them into the process of it, and it can be done very, very quickly and easily. So yes, to just get in touch with us really, and we'd love to go through everything. The platform's growing at a good rate in the UK, and it really, as I say, I believe it will be the future of retailing, or part of that customer experience journey, and we'd love to go through it with everybody.
So how do people get in touch? Do you have a website they can look at, or an email address they can contact you on?
Yeah, so we have a website, bluebirdagents.com, and then they are very welcome to contact me, which is katie@bluebirdagents.com. My email address that they can contact me on, and we can go through from there.
Great. Okay, sounds really exciting. So yeah, watch this space. Let's see this rolled out across the UK.
Yeah, thank you.
So what do you have planned for the rest of the day then?
Oh, well, just the usual. As I say, it's a very varied role. So I have some sampling to do for an order that's coming through for my upholstery business. I'm planning a day in London tomorrow, going around some fabric houses. We have some models coming out in the UK, upholstery models. And then I have a lot of calls to prepare for, with running through the Home Deco Hub and these discovery calls, and yeah, showing everybody what we can do. So busy, busy.
Great, great. Well, thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it. I've enjoyed listening to the exciting project that you're working on at the moment, and yeah, best of luck with everything.
Thanks, Tracey. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.